What's up, guys? This is Dan Zav, and today I thought I would bring you a different video. Um, Today I wanted to give you guys more of like a story video about when I went to Sneakercon last year in June. So that's almost like a year from from now. I think it was June 22nd. Yeah, so in about a month or so it'll be like a year. But I mean, it was a cool experience, and I also wanted to tell the story too, to show you the pair of shoes that I have right here. But I wanted to show you guys what I've been wearing all day today. So I've been wearing these all day, and I've been wearing like probably like 8+ hours. Um, one of my favorite Jordans. How you know, I mean, I've been wearing around the house and everything. I've gone outside a couple times, so they're a little dirty. I mean, not too bad, but yeah. Either way, this is the shoe that I wore to SneakerCon, and yeah, this is a really cool shoe. It's one of my grail pairs of shoes that I was able to get, and yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to get it. Um, and for those who don't know what shoe this is the OVO Jordan 8. It is a collab with OVO, October's very own Drake. You see the OVO L right there. The L is in here too, but it's starting to come off. I have worn these a little bit, and then yeah. So also on one shoe it says, or on both it says welcome. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is pretty much all black silhouette with hints of gold and like a kind of like a lighter gold, a tannish gold. But yeah, I decided, well, you know what? I was at work. I used to work at Academy. I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and buy a pair of shoes. So I impulse bought those OVOs. Pulled the trigger, spent a little under $300 on them, and it's probably one of my favorite shoes. But I don't know if I said this before, but when I have pairs of shoes, it goes one of two ways. Either I like him so much I wear him a lot, or I like him so much I rarely even wear him. And that's one of those shoes. Like the bottom on these, I mean, they're granted they are a little dirty. There's no heel drag or anything, but I mean, if I were to clean that up, I could sell these as VNDS. Um, I mean, there's some creasing and everything, but I could tell them it's lightly worn. So they are lightly worn. But either way, how do those relate to SneakerCon? Well, I went to SneakerCon. This was SneakerCon Dallas back when I lived in Arlington, Texas. And I went with my little brother, and we were in line probably for like, I would say like 2 or 3 hours. Like, it was ridiculous. There were probably like 200, 300 people in line. And it was interesting, but the only pairs of shoes that I happened to see were Travis Scott ones, Travis Scott Air Force Ones, the sail and the white colorway, and Off-White, Chicago's UNC's. No Euro exclusives really, but a lot of the UNC's and a lot of the Chicago's. And yeah, it was very interesting because that's the first time I had actually gone to a shoe convention or sneaker convention, SneakerCon. And yeah, it was definitely, I wore those OVOs, and I got some looks because, I mean, it's an older shoe. It's from 2018, so it's not too old, but I mean, it's definitely, I would say, is a sleeper pair because, I mean, Drake, as far as Jordan collabs go, he's up there, but right now he's not the most popular person that Jordan Brand can use. Travis Scott right now is the most marketable. So, I mean, as much as I would like to see another OVO collab, we're probably not going to get one for a while. The last closest thing we had to an OVO collab was the Jordan 4 Raptors, and that said it was about to get scrapped because he was going to go to Adidas. But I mean, he stayed with Jordan Brand. They ended up re-releasing the Raptor colorway with his signature on the tongue. I'm hoping I can get those one day. That's one of my top pairs. I would say it's like a girl pair also. But yeah, so I wore those, got a couple looks. It was interesting. It was also really hot, and those shoes are not meant for hot weather whatsoever. It's like a winter shoe. and no breathability, nothing like that. But it's still a very comfortable shoe, relatively comfortable, not like the fives or anything like that. But no, yeah. So we were waiting in line, and then as we get closer, they're selling waters for like $2 a water, and you buy a pack for about $4, and it's like 40 waters. So they're making a lot of money, and you had people like selling you shoes out of bags, people like holding boxes with like Yeezys, with Off Whites, with Jordans, Adidas, all that crazy stuff, and um, you had people like literally asking you, begging you if you wanted to buy some shoes. And I know at that time the Off White Terra Kiger 5 came out, and sorry about that. It was a very popular shoe at that time. Not so much anymore. It's a shoe I definitely want to get my hands on. It's a shoe that I have on my like buy list of shoes I want. But yeah, and we a lot of people were wearing those Terra Kigers, and then once we actually go in, once you go in and you get out, you can't really go back in. Well, you can, but then you have to wait in the long line. But we went in. Me and my brother we saw some guy. I forgot his name. But he was wearing Air Max, and that's the shoe from Back to the Future. So that's like a $10,000 shoe to $40,000, depending on whether you have the self lacing or not. Crazy price for the shoe, and there was a basketball court, people doing one-on-ones. You had a selling pit where there was like there would be one seller here with this Jordan, and they're selling this one and a couple other pairs, and you have another person here with another pair of shoes, and they're trying to sell their shoes for resale prices, that type of thing. I only saw one person selling these OVOs, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, some crazy stuff. Like, the only thing is, it was very dark, so it was really hard to see some stuff. And I was about to buy some Kobe 9s, but I decided not to pull a trigger. I ended up saving that money, and I don't know what I impulse bought after that. But it was definitely, it was okay, just because at SneakerCon, if you don't go with money, you're not going to get anything. Because take these Fire Reds, for example. Right now they're going for, on the high end, like $400. Low end maybe 300, 250, 300. I'm not too sure on these. But over there they would sell them probably $500-$600. So like 200, $300 above resale market, because people because they're at SneakerCon, they're gonna want to buy. They're gonna have that impulse, like, oh shoot, I gotta buy it. I'm here at SneakerCon. There were some shoes that I never even thought I would be able to see, and it was crazy, because they had like, I think I saw, if I remember correctly, I saw a pair of Wahlburger 4s. If you don't know what those are, it's Mark Wahlberg's like friends and family pair with his brother's restaurant, Wahlburgers, and that's one of the most coveted pairs of Jordans, probably in the most recent time. And pairs can go up to for like $15,000, and there's only 23 made, I believe, 25 pairs made, somewhere around there. So it's definitely a grail shoe, I would say. But yeah, they were selling some of the shoes I have. Like, if you guys saw any of my previous videos, the color changing ones that I showed you, the New York City to Paris Jordan ones, those are going for, I think they had some like 400, 300, some ridiculous prices, some size 7s or size 8s for like $1,200. Like, it was ridiculous. That's also when those released, like newly released, and they were really expensive and all that. But yeah, it was ridiculous. I saw some pairs of shoes going for $500-$600, $700, when you could still buy them retail. And a lot of people that went there were also flexing some of their heat. Like I said, the Chicago Off-Whites, the UNC Off-Whites. I may have seen a couple of the Euro exclusive Off-Whites on feet. People taking pictures for Instagram, like some crazy stuff. Like, you'd have somebody like, there was people that would wear shoes and they'd be like, oh, get this close, and that's freaking close. Just to take a picture of the shoe. And it was a SneakerCon event, so they had like legit check stations, and stations where you can sell like your older shoes or shoes you want to sell, and they'll give you like instant money, um, like some crazy stuff like that. And um, keychains like 30, $40, you know, crazy stuff. But um, yeah, I mean, it was definitely an experience. There's a rug I wanted. It's a Kiss My Airs, AIRS. So I don't curse on this channel. But it was pretty cool. I wanted one. And that's actually my background on my phone. It says that it has a bunch of shoes. Styles a weapon. She did like a picture, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was cool, but it was mainly like, if you go there, you need to have at least $1,000, $500 to $1,000, or you're not walking out with anything. Like, you're walking out with a used pair. And personally, I don't like used pairs because I like to break my shoes in and go see the process of the shoe. But yeah, it was pretty much a kind of like a flex like convention. But I mean, it was still cool to experience. I think I would go the next one I would go to if there was another SneakerCon. I'm not sure if I would go to the SneakerCon, but I would try if I can to go to Complex Con, because Complex Con, that's where they have like, I mean, I bet you, I think they do have like resale stuff and all that. You can buy shoes and everything, but that's where they'll drop exclusive shoes, where they'll drop like a bunch of limited stuff, a bunch of crazy stuff. The apparel there too. I know Murakami is a big factor in Complex Con, or a big like contributor, and they have crazy stuff like Lakers Complex Con stuff when they went to LA, all that stuff, which is pretty cool. And that's when sneakers will also drop, like limited edition drops that happen on Complex Con. And that would be a cool convention to go to. But I just thought I'd share with you guys my thing of SneakerCon, because it was a cool event. But like I said, you gotta have a lot of money to go there. You can enjoy it, but me and my brother lasted probably like 30 minutes in there. I didn't find it all that interesting because I couldn't spend anything. And at the time when I went, I wasn't as into the shoe game as I am now, as far as my knowledge and my love for shoes, and my appreciation. It was kind of more like, oh, we're gonna go here to the convention, we're gonna see what's there, see all these pairs that I don't know a lot about, but they're really expensive. And now that I have the knowledge, I'm like, some of those pairs would have been good to buy, for in the future if I wanted to flip them, or just to have in general. But I definitely know next time to go with a lot more money, and to rock stuff that's underrated, because personally that's how I am. I mean, I do have fire reds, and like everyone has them, but like a shoe like this, you don't see it that often, or you don't see a lot of people talking about it. Like, I think this is probably one of the best Jordan collabs, and that's a bold statement. But yeah, this is definitely a one of my favorites. And if you guys want to see an actual like full video on these, or on another pair I have, just let me know and drop a comment, and I'll be sure to to honor the comment. Anything will help. Any criticism, also positive or negative, will also help. But yeah, I just thought I'd share with you guys that quick story. It was probably a little bit longer than the usual video, but yeah, just drop a like if you like the video. Share it with other people that you think might be interested into stuff like this. And if you're wondering why I'm talking really quiet, it's because a lot of people are sleeping. So I'm definitely gonna try to find a better setup, a better time for me to record, so I could be a little bit louder, and project a bit more. That way my videos sound a little more clear, not as like low tone or anything like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Peace.